Hey, what's up, guys? Back again with part 6 of this vlog series for my dunk training. Just want to give a quick thanks again for following along and keeping up with my journey. If you're a new listener, definitely check out my previous videos. Basically, what I'm doing in these is explain my training and my experiences with jump training. Hopefully, you'll be able to relate to my journey and learn something to enhance your own training. So, let's get into it today. I want to talk more about programming and the whys and hows of making a program that will actually work for you. But first, a little recap of my week. Halfway through phase 2, about a little more than halfway through, and was able to get outside a lot this week. So you'll see some of the low rim dunks again. I did a few more on the high setting at the end. I was able to get a dunk on 1 foot and off 2 feet, which is something I never did before, and I'm mad pumped, man. This program is going, is going way better than I expected. As for the lifting in this part of the program, the percentages are a little bit lower and volume is a little bit less. This will most likely decrease stress on the squat and deadlift, so it will be easier for me to recover from the more intense plyos like the depth jumps introduced in this earlier in this phase. So let me get into more of what I want to talk about today, which is how do you know how to make gains from a program like this, or how to make your own program and know that it'll work? So, I should start off by saying everyone has their own interpretation of how this works, it seems like, but I want to try and what I want to try and do is make it as least complicated as possible so everyone can understand and hopefully apply this. It mostly has to do with volume, and when I say volume, I mean sets and reps. It could also mean sets, reps, and weight lifted, or in our case, since we're jumping, it could also mean like effort. So for everything I do in this program, except for the low rim dunks, the effort is the same, which is trying to jump as high as I can. Obviously, with the low rim dunks, it's less effort. It's a lower rim, so I don't have to jump as high. So if you're familiar with programming for lifting or weight training, programming for increasing your jump is actually really similar. What you do is you accumulate volume over the course of the training block. In my case, each training block is 4 weeks for each of these phases. So if you're interested in doing a long program like this one, it's probably best to break it up into different phases, and in between each phase, take a deload. Your program doesn't have to be that long. You might only have 6 or 8 weeks to train before your season starts or something. So in a short-term case like that, you probably want to go all the way through all the weeks before deloading. As an example, I'll use, let's say, an 8-week training block. So say for the first 4 or 5 weeks, what you're going to do is accumulate volume, and then the last 3 to 4 weeks for the rest of the program, you're going to decrease volume or sets and reps while still training with the high intensity, or in our case, high effort. The decreased volume will allow for recovery. What happens is when you accumulate volume from training, some people might call it fatigue, but whatever. What happens is your body sees this as a stressor and tries to recover from it, and by cutting volume or tapering off volume, it gives you your body a chance to do this and super compensate from training. That's really all there is to it. So how will you know how much volume to accumulate? That is the question we all need to answer. And the only way to do that is through training and trial and error. And it's different for everyone. You might find that if you accumulate volume for more than 3 weeks, it's unsustainable and you overtrain. On the other side of the coin, you could be more of an advanced athlete and find that you need more stress and need to do a program that accumulates volume and fatigue over a longer period, kind of like what I'm doing. So it's all for you to find out on your own through tracking your training and learning what happens when you do different things. I'm a big advocate of keeping a training log, but hopefully that was enough of an explanation for you to learn something from. I realize this topic is kind of complicated and it's a hard one to grasp, so I'm sure this won't be my last video talking about programming either. But if you're confused about any of what I said, drop a comment down below. Leave your question. I'll answer it. I'll do my best to get to as many as I can. If you like this video, please like it and hit subscribe if you haven't already, so you'll be able to see when I drop a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.